Okay, so let's do this little fellow right here. Okay, we're going to start off with one that's kind of easy. And when I say easy, I just mean I was giving y'all some pretty hard problems yesterday. So if y'all get that written down, we're going to do it together. Okay, so can we distribute? Yes, we've got a parenthesis here, so we can distribute. So let's distribute this. And remember, distribute means multiply. And I'm going to go kind of slow here at first and make sure we're... Okay, so, and I know some of y'all are already done with the whole problem, so that's fine. I want y'all to see me do this. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Then we're going to do negative 3 times positive 6, and we get negative 18, and that's got an R on it. So that'd be minus 18R. Did y'all do okay with that part? Okay, I'm going to bring everything else down. Y'all, you want to get in the habit of not trying to take 2 and 3 steps at the same time. So when I knew I was distributing, all I did was distribute and bring everything else down. I didn't try to do anything else in that step. Okay, now we look here. On one side of the equation, is there anything I can combine? Joshua.
Negative 18 plus 1R.
Okay, so if everybody will take a peek here. This is a 1R and a negative 18R. I can actually combine those. And I combine them exactly the way I see them. Just exactly the way I see them. It's a negative 18 plus 1. What's negative 18 plus 1?
19.
It's negative 17. It's kind of tricky. And remember, y'all got calculators too, okay? Now, notice what I did. And now I'm going to bring that negative 3 right down here. Bring down my equal sign. Bring down my 14. It is a 2-step equation now. Now it's kind of ugly looking, but it's a 2-step. So I've got a negative 17 and a negative 3. Which one should I move first? The 3. And since it's negative, what should I be doing? Adding 3. So I'm going to add 3 on both sides. Cancels. And now I'm going to bring down my negative 17R. Don't forget there's a negative on it. And then on the right side, when I combine, I get 17. And I've got one last step. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 17. And I get negative 1. How'd we do? Question? Okay. All right, let's try this guy. Okay, so same steps that we did last time. I'm going to give y'all a chance to get her going on your own. First step would be to distribute. Then we want to combine like terms on that left-hand side. Okay, so if everybody would, wherever you're at in the process, I at least want you to double check that you did this first step right. So when we distribute, 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, so I wrote minus 6. And now I'm not going to try to do anything else on that line. I'm going to bring everything else down. Minus 8 minus 2x equals 4. So double check your first line that you did your first line right. Okay. Now we're going to combine like terms on the left-hand side. Somebody tell me 2 things that go together. Okay, I heard 8 and 6. Now 8 and 6, okay, I think we're talking about these 2, right? Okay, so these 2 go together because they are constants. Okay, and then what are the other 2 that go together? 8 and 2, because they have, and it's a negative 2 because they have the x's on them, right? Okay, so I'm going to put the x's together first. What's 8 minus 2? So see, that's 6x. When I combine here, a negative 6 and a negative 8 is negative 14, so that just really becomes minus 14. And now bring down your equal sign, bring down your 4. How'd y'all do? So now it's a 2-step. So we're going to add 14 to both sides. And we get 6x equals, and when we combine here, we get 18. And last step is to divide both sides by 6. Good. Okay, now I want to do something that's got the variables on both sides because some people haven't seen it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do one that's got the variable on both sides. So first of all, double and triple check when you write this on your board that you've written it down correctly. Okay, again, first thing we need to look for is distribution. Can I distribute anywhere? I can distribute right here. So y'all, I'm not messing with the left-hand side, so let's just go ahead and bring it down. And now we're going to distribute. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 7n. Negative times negative is positive 14n. So that would be plus 14n. Okay, now, the next step says get variables on the same side of the equal sign. So see, this one we've got n's on both sides. Okay? I will go ahead and tell you, I try to always move my variables to the left. That's just me. Some of y'all might say, no, Miss Batchka, I move it in the direction where it stays positive. That's fine. Okay? But I'm just going to go ahead and get my 14 on the left-hand side. How would I do that? How do I get the 14 on the other side of the equal sign? That's right. I'm going to subtract 14n on both sides. Some of y'all may have subtracted 5n on both sides. You're not wrong. You can go that way if you like. Okay, so 5 minus 14, I think is negative 9. Is that right? And then there's an n on it. Bring down positive 34. Bring down equals. Bring down negative 2. If you subtracted 5, that just means on the other side you would have had a positive 9n. Now, we're down to a two-step equation again. So what do I do now?
Subtract 34 on both sides.
Subtract 34 on both sides. So now I have negative 9n equals, and when I combine here, I get negative 36. And what's my last step? Y'all so smart. Good? We good? Okay, before your exit ticket, I'm going to do one more, even harder one, okay? And then we'll do your exit ticket, and then y'all will be done today. Okay, let's do one more that's even harder. Here we go. I would call this one a wing dinger, is what I would call it. Boom! Look at that. Hang on. Got blurry. Okay. I'll let y'all get that all written down. First step would be to distribute. We actually have two places we can distribute. So I'll let y'all distribute and bring everything else down, and if you want to stop there, I'll do it here in a second. Y'all can see if you did it right. So go ahead and distribute in both those spots. So we got to distribute here, and then we got to distribute there. And let's see how you did on the distribution. When I distribute that first negative 5, I should get negative 5 plus 25x. How did y'all do on that part? Okay, now when I distribute the second 5, I should get negative 40x minus 10. How'd y'all do on that? And now I'm going to bring down my equal sign and bring down my stuff there. Okay. Step number 2 says combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. Well, I actually can combine like terms even on the other side. So let's do it one at a time. I'm going to cover this up so I'm not worried about it. Tell me what I can put together here. What can I combine on the left side? Come on. Positive 25x, negative 40x. So 25 minus 40, negative 15. And it's got an x on it. Okay, what else can I put together? Negative 5 and negative 10, because those are constants. What do I get when I put those together? Negative 15. And then we got an equal sign. And now, y'all, notice that I can actually combine over here as well. So I've got, both of these are x's, so when I combine the negative 4x and the negative 8x, I get negative 12x. Okay? Now, y'all, we are down to 2 steps. But the way you decide to do this could determine if you make a mistake or not. Okay, and this is what I mean. Y'all, a lot of people do, they come to the left with the x's like me. So y'all, you might say, okay, well, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. And let me tell you what ends up happening. You guys don't like that. You don't like it. So this is what you do. You do this, and then the next thing you know, you do that right there. And that's wrong. And the reason why you do it is because you don't like that. If you can't, you're on the same side, you can't do that. Okay, so y'all, what you gotta do, what I do is, when I know when I move that, it's literally gonna leave me empty over there, guess what I do? Does anybody? I go to that side. So I don't leave a 0 over there. Now, can you do it and put a 0 there? You sure can. You can do whatever, you can do it. I just don't like a 0, so I'm just gonna move that over there, and that fixes it. So, I am gonna add 15x to both sides. I'm going to bring down my negative 15, bring down my equal sign, and when I combine here, I get 3x. And then what's my last step? Divide by 3. So I get negative 5. Okay? And I'll go ahead and demonstrate for some of y'all that are like, well, I like to do it the other way. It's fine, I'll demonstrate. So if you're the type that wanted to move that negative 12x by adding 12x, okay, see, that's okay, but y'all, you still got to have something over here, even though it's gone. So you would do that. And then we would add 15 to both sides. And we would still get the same thing. Some people just don't like that right there. And so then what happens is they divide here and end up with a positive 5 and don't know how it happened. So, anyway, are we good? All right, now guys, this is going to be a big test for you. And here's the thing. The good news is, because you're in advisory, this exit ticket doesn't count at all. Some of y'all might think that's bad news because you're like, well, I could have passed it anyway. Okay, so first thing let's do is, let's go ahead and get my boards cleaned off, get my caps back on those markers, and if we could get them put back up nice and neat. Markers, erasers, we can get all that nice and neat put up. And then you need your pencil, and a calculator is fine.